Email apps are changing really fast. But apps like Gmail have changed, but not as much as you think. Email apps are changing really fast with artificial intelligence. They keep getting better and more powerful for managing your inbox. Today, I want to expose all of the best email clients on the market right now to give you a picture of which one is right for you. We're also going to talk about new and noteworthy tools and some bonus recommendations as well. If you just want to go and explore the apps that I mentioned, go to the link in the description and find them. You can also go over to toolfinder.com and sign up to get the best discounts and rates on all of the apps that I mentioned today. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Setapp. A little bit more about them later in this video. Number one is one called Spark. Now I call this one the all-rounder because it's really approachable and has some really nice AI features within it. Now this one is like a smart inbox. It helps you to prioritize what's coming in and make sure that all of that comes to the surface. The reason why I call it the best all-rounder is because it's one of the most polished cross-platform apps on the market. And the combination of AI features helps you to get started, but maybe not too overwhelming for the everyday person. They have a generous free tier and is available on all of these different devices. But number two might be better if you're looking for a little bit of AI that's going to help you along the way. The next app is Superhuman. It's actually my go-to choice for email. And it's what I call the ultimate AI-powered inbox because it got so many AI features but still housed in an email client, which I personally like. What's really nice about this is you can sort of tone how much AI you want in your inbox. For example, I use the thread summarizer, I use the Ask AI feature, and even have tried out the reply with your voice feature they've recently launched. But there are loads more AI features within Superhuman that really do open the door. For example, you could even set things up to help auto draft emails for you. There's another feature, I also use it, that helps sort your email as it comes in. And there's even calendar abilities for managing your events much better. Spark is really good for like that all-rounder person. I would probably say this one for those who are high volume in your inbox and those who are busy professionals, freelancers, or in small teams thanks to their team-based abilities as well. You can get 1 month free with Toolfinder below to try it out and get started today. Find the link in the description. So number three is one called Missive. Now I actually used this as my email client for maybe 3 years. And I really like how reliable and robust the application is. But I would probably recommend it much more so for a small team that works particularly in customer services or those who are managing support tickets. The reason why is because it's much more powerful when it's collaborative. It's also recently got AI abilities which can help you plug in your API key, whatever AI assistant you use, and really go deep with setting up systems, rules, and architecture for your team to collaborate on your inbox. You can also use Missive's AI credits if it's a little bit easier to help manage the whole process. But most importantly, a lot of people like the fact it's got MCP, deep integrations, and those AI rules that are going to help you to create a concrete management of your inbox as a team. You can get started for free for up to 3 users and it's available on all devices. I believe if you go for our link, you'll get some AI credit to get you kicked off. Number four is Notion Mail. Now I really like Notion Mail. You can plug in things like your Gmail and get started straight away. And if you're a Notion user and lover, you'll be really liking this experience. And what's particularly nice, it does have features that do align with AI. For example, a way to create a label so that certain emails come in based on a prompt or criteria. They also do have summarizing and drafting to help you manage your inbox. And I have faith that the Notion team are going to continue to develop this application to be more AI-centric for managing what's coming into your inbox as a team and an individual. So you can get started for free, but the AI features are actually part of Notion's premium or business plan, I believe. So just note that when you check it out. Quick question, how many individual subscriptions are you paying for right now on your Mac device? Because there is actually a smarter way. Setapp is a marketplace with hundreds of hand-picked Mac apps. You can buy just the ones you need, or you can get a membership with access to all of them. Clean My Mac keeps your system fast, Bartender declutters your menu bar, Al Dente Pro protects your battery, and there's total budget control. You can pick what works for your workflow without overpaying for apps you don't use. Setapp is offering an extended 30-day trial. Links right in the top of the description. Check it out there. So number 5 is one developed by 37 Signals. To be honest, I used this one for about a year and found it really effective for managing your productivity. It's called Hey Email, and the reason why I liked it is because it's very unconventional when it comes to managing your inbox. Other applications try to get you through fast, but this one helped to manage your inbox a little bit more in a systematized way. Whilst it's less AI than the other tools, I quite liked how it didn't necessarily dump everything on your plate. There are things that help you to block new people emailing you or open things up. There are ways to organize your inbox into more approachable systems for you. And finally, there's a way to connect your calendar to your personal life as well. It actually feels like this email calendar setup is a really good investment, plus you get your own domain name, which is @hey.com as well. If you're somebody that is privacy orientated and you want your own productivity system in there, then I think this application does do a really good job of it. Number 6 is Shortwave. Now, this one is a very AI-centric inbox. It'll help you to connect your Gmail and really go deep with summaries and being able to reply using AI. It's actually built by ex-Google team, and it has some really nice AI assistant chatbot abilities on the side. For example, there's a feature that I quite like where you can go ahead and create an event just using AI on the side, and it pairs with your Google Calendar too. This one I sort of put between the likes of Spark and Superhuman. Superhuman being the more expensive option, and Shortwave sort of being in the middle. You can get started with the link in the description as well. Number 7 is Proton Mail. Now, a lot of people say this is the best ones for security, and I'd have to agree. Proton is really well known for their security and their architecture, but I highly recommend looking at Proton and seeing whether it's suitable for you, especially if security is a problem for you. They've got loads of compliance, but it needs to match up with what security matters most to you. They have end-to-end encryption with this application, and most importantly, the client itself looks a lot more attractive than it did a couple of years ago. It's a lot more approachable and easier to use in its design and also feel. I remember seeing this in an Amazon film, and the design has changed quite dramatically since then. You can check the link out in the description and get started for free there. Number 8 is Zoho Mail. If you're looking for something that plugs into the Zoho ecosystem, you'll really like Zoho Mail, and reliable for founders and small teams. Whilst it won't go as far as some of the other AI abilities, if you're using Zoho, then it's gonna plug in with all the infrastructure you already have. Number 9 is Spike. Now, Spike is sort of like having WhatsApp, but for your inbox. If you and your team start using Spike, it interacts a bit like Slack. It then also works as an email client as well, which means you can communicate with internal and external people, but it doesn't have that disconnect like Slack Connect does have, although Slack Connect is, in my opinion, very good. It also has a whole host of AI in there, allowing your team to collaborate on documents and also tasks too. So I would sort of envision Spike as more of a workplace for you to manage all types of different things that you and your team are working on. I would probably say from 3 to 15 people will really like this application, and it's also great for creating your own hosted domain as well too. You can get started on Spike in the link in the description. So our final two are Canary Mail and Thunderbird. Now, Canary Mail is more of an AI email assistant, and it helps you to manage your inbox more effectively. It also has end-to-end encryption, a little bit like we saw with Proton, but it has a feature called Sidekick AI, which helps you to correspond your email and manage it more effectively. So it can create drafts on top of IMAP, Gmail, and Outlook using that AI assistant as well, which is something that a lot of people will like. It's available on a wide range of devices, and it isn't crazily priced as well. I believe it's around about $20 a year, which isn't crazy for the premium option. Canary, I'd probably say, is a really good all-rounder AI email app that doesn't break the bank. Thunderbird, on the other hand, is really designed for power users. It's free, it's open source, and has a desktop client. It's maintained by the Mozilla Foundation, and it's recently had a total redesign to it, making it look a lot cleaner and easier to use. It's got loads of add-ons in case you want to customize it to your liking, and it's available on Linux and Windows as well, which some of these apps aren't actually available on. So now for the quick fire notable mentions. All of these apps do a good job, but obviously have a different remit. Fastmail is a really good option if you're looking for something slightly different to Proton. Mimistream is a great one if you're a heavy Mac user. Quite like it because you can connect your Gmail, it's Gmail only, and it's a really gorgeous experience for Mac users. Front is a really good Missive alternative and has some great collaborative features and quite extensive AI abilities as well. Mailbird is fantastic as a Thunderbird alternative to, for example, Windows users, People who really like Windows clients will really like this application. And finally, one of the more premium iOS and Mac clients called Airmail is still available, although it doesn't necessarily have the most attractive design in the lineup. It's still a really reliable option promoted by the App Store. So I want to talk about new and noteworthy apps. These ones in particular are on the rise or just have come on my plate recently. One is called Extra, and this one's quite different. It's a new, very design-led email application which wants to take into account your lifestyle, the calendar, the management of your day, and your inbox too. I'm set to review it and go deeper, so I will report back, so do subscribe if you want more. The next one is called Tatum. Now, I've tried this one out, but apparently it's been recently acquired, or the team have been acquired by an app called Wanda. So I don't actually know what the longevity is, but the premise of this application is clean, translucent, like email experience. And it does look really great, but again, if the team has been moved over somewhere else, then it's highly likely it may be discontinued. But I just wanted to put it on your radar. There's a relatively new category in the market, and I call them email assistants, not email clients. These almost sit on top of your Gmail or Outlook as sort of like a layer, like a Chrome extension to some extent, and allow you to do more with what you've got. These type of apps have been around for a while. For example, Hiver is a great one that plugs on top of your Google Workspace, turns into something like Missive or Front, but without losing that Gmail feel. So the first one on the list is one called Fixer. This plugs in on Gmail and Outlook. It is very popular at the moment, primarily because it helps to organize not only what to reply to, but also help reply to it using auto replies, which will help draft them for you. But a lot of people like that Fixer has a meeting assistant, which allows you to join your meetings and take notes as well, popular to apps like Granola and many more. By the way, folks, all the apps I mentioned will be linked in the description. Don't feel overwhelmed. I'm just trying to make it easy for you to understand. Next up is Jace. It's very, very similar to Fixer, although not as expensive. It's still a good option on the market and well worth exploring. Both of these videos I should have tutorials on very soon, so do check them out. And finally, one that we talk about quite a lot is Sanebox. It's sort of like a layer that sits under any client or any provider that you use, and it'll help quietly organize what's important to come. And you can train it, but AI also comes into play here to help make sure you get the right emails in your inbox. So I can imagine that was quite overwhelming, sharing a lot of different email clients. So I really would recommend taking a look at each one of them and work out which one's right for you. Some of the email clients are more powerful with AI and really are better for people who have a lot of email or money is associated to their inbox, whilst others are better for helping to calm down your inbox. It's recommended to take a time out to think about which one you go for. If you're in that process, go over to toolfinder.com and check out some of the information we have there. We'll make sure to include the best resources and get you finding the right software for you. Thank you very much. Make sure to have a great day. A big thanks to Setapp for sponsoring this video, and check them out in the link in the description. I will see you in a future video. Cheerio for now. Do subscribe.